The following workshops are held on a regular basis at the DLA Training Center.
As I continue on with this 10-week series on why the average salesperson only sells 10 to 12 cars per month, I want to focus today on a very common problem, and that is how most of us fail to ask for the sale. Of all the things I have covered during this series, there is one failing that seems almost unbelievable when talking about professionals who make their living selling cars. Yet time and time again, I have spoken with customers who told me they would have bought the car they were looking at, but the salesperson never asked them for the sale. Most said they were given a thorough presentation and that the salesperson did a great job presenting themselves, the vehicle, and the dealership. But when it came to the final moments at the closing, they were never asked those 7 very important words. Would you like to buy the car? In most cases, they were given the numbers and then the salesperson sat silent, obviously waiting for them to say something. Somewhat confused, the customer would then respond with an objection like, "Is that your best deal?" Or, "We want to go home and think about it." From there, it went downhill fast, and they went home without buying the car. What happened to these customers is very simple and more common than you might think. They were ready to buy, but since they were never asked to do so, they concluded that maybe there was something more to be gotten if they just held out. Were they really getting as good a deal as they could? If so, why wasn't the salesperson asking them to buy the car? Though it may be hard to understand, and it might seem like just a simple oversight, the truth is the answer for this failing is a fear of rejection on the part of the salesperson. Fearing that all the work they've done during the previous 2 hours or so, building a relationship with the customer, might all be washed away, so they never asked them to buy the car. Never mind that the customer came there expecting to spend money, or that unless they pay for the car, the dealership won't make a profit, and the salesperson won't make a commission. In a sense, they're trying to protect the customer from the bad news that the car is going to cost them a lot of money. Salespeople are usually known for their self-confidence, and most people think that is what it takes to be in sales. So why would someone who is normally confident and self-assured work so hard to make a sale and then fail to ask the customer to purchase? Maybe there is something about the cost of a big-ticket item that makes some feel guilty when it comes to asking the customer for the sale. This may even be more prevalent during a stressed economy. Whatever it is, it doesn't do the salesperson, the customer, or the dealership any good. The customer came there to buy a car, and you're there to sell cars. What could be easier to understand than that? Whatever the reason may be, here are some things that can help you overcome the failure to ask for the sale. Ask yourself these questions. Have you done your best to inspire the customer and to be unique and different? Have you qualified them, and are they on the right vehicle? Is there true value in the vehicle that you're trying to sell them? Have you demonstrated the value and benefits that this car will bring to the customer? Have they agreed that the vehicle fits their wants and needs? And do they like you and what the dealership has to offer them as a customer? If you can answer yes to these questions, then present your numbers openly and honestly, and when it's time to do so, simply ask those 7 most important words. Would you like to buy the car? You don't have to apologize for the market or the economy that we live in. It affects you just the same as it does your customer. Most of us know that things are expensive today, and we all have similar issues when it comes to buying high-ticket items. But the fact of the matter is, it isn't your fault, and you don't need to feel bad because they'll have to pay more for the car. Whatever it is that keeps you from asking for the sale, get over it. If you've done a good job in your sales process, then you've earned the right to ask for the sale. If you don't do that, the customer will perceive that there is something not right and go back into a defensive posture. It is a natural reaction when the time comes to make a decision and you don't ask them to do that. By the time today's customer comes to a car dealership to buy a vehicle, they've already done an average of 8 to 12 hours of research on the internet. They know what cars cost, and they know they will have to spend that amount to get what they want. Ask them for the sale, or they'll go somewhere else and pay a similar amount to another salesperson at another dealership. If you are different and unique, and you know you will treat your customer well, you are worth the investment. Just remember that you are a professional, and after you've done your best to help your customer find what they want and need in a vehicle, a salesperson in a dealership, don't forget to ask them, would you like to buy the car?